A year later, Squid Game 3 hits hard. The opening scene drops us into the craziest challenge yet, jump roping 330 feet above a literal abyss. Song Gi-hun is first out the gate, and get this, he's got a baby strapped to his chest while he's jumping. He's moving slow, careful, inching forward with each rope swing. Then he hits the bridge's midpoint. Bam! There's a 3-foot gap staring him down. Nothing but empty air below. Gi-hun's legs are shaking, but he knows chilling in place means he'll gas out fast. Meanwhile, the VIPs are losing their minds in the stands. 4, 5, 6, jump! Go now! He locks onto the rope's path, waits for it to swing over his head, then boom, he leaps, clears the gap by a hair. His body's wobbling like crazy, almost goes over the edge, but he keeps grinding, makes it all the way to Wooden Doll Chil Su, and becomes the first to cross the finish line. This is Game 5. 25 players need to cross the 330-foot bridge jumping rope, and they can go in any order. Time's down to 3:20, and there's a player in front of Myung-gi just stuck jumping in one spot. Myung-gi steps up and snarls, "Move, or I'm pushing you off." That just freaks the guy out more. He slips, grabs the bridge's edge, starts begging, "Help me please." But Myung-gi, he just jumps over him and keeps going. The guy loses his grip and falls. Now there's only the pregnant woman. Jun-hee left, 1:09 on the clock. Gi-hun yells for her to stay put, says he's coming back, but she tells him, "If you don't make it, my baby dies too. Protect her, you're our only shot." Gi-hun's fighting back tears when he hears that. The deadliest game yet, 330 feet in the air. Jun-hee's ankle is messed up. She's weak from giving birth. She walks to the bridge edge, tears up, and ends it. Game over. But player 222 is gone for good. Back in the dorm, the survivors have no idea the VIPs watched it all. To make the game more entertaining, they give the baby player 222's number. When the Red Guards announce 9 survivors and 44.7 billion won, that's $4.96 million each, everyone loses it. A baby is a player? We busted our asses and she gets a cut? No way. Tempers explode right then and there. Some start yelling that the baby should join her mom right now. The players are out to eliminate the baby when bang! A Red Guard shoots, yelling, "No violence between players!" Everyone gets a fair shot. Then they drop off gifts, suits for everyone, a proper meal at last. Even the baby gets formula. A Red Guard drops a hint about the final game. Eliminate at least 3 players to win. Someone catches on. So we can eliminate more? And choose who goes? At the thrill of the final game, 5 of 9 vote yes. So the games roll on. Back in the dorm, player 100 calls a meeting to pick targets. Gi-hun, the baby, and player 125, Min-soo. Why Min-soo? He saw Nam-gyu kill Semi, but hid instead of helping. After her death, he took Nam-gyu's pills during hide-and-seek. Min-soo's legs buckle at the 330-foot platform. He pops a pill to survive the jump rope game, but it's his first time. Now he's acting nuts, making him an easy target. Player 100 plans to eliminate the 3 in the next game, so the remaining 6 can split the prize, 7.6 billion won each, and escape safely. But will their plan work? That night, when everyone's asleep, a Red Guard takes Gi-hun to meet Hwang and Ho. Furious, Gi-hun confronts him. "You put the baby in the game for entertainment. You want to see us kill her for money." In-ho claims he wants to help, sliding a dagger across the table. "Strike first tonight. Take out anyone plotting against you. They're fed and asleep, they won't feel a thing. You want to protect the baby? This is your best move." Hwang In-ho removes his mask, and Gi-hun is shocked to recognize him. He grabs the dagger, desperate to avenge Jung-bai. He witnessed In-ho kill his last friend. But In-ho goads him, "No one's stopping you, but killing me changes nothing. Another boss will take my place tomorrow, and you'll still face those players." Gi-hun lowers the dagger. The baby's safety comes first. She must survive. As he turns to leave, In-ho asks, "Do you still believe in humanity?" Gi-hun wavers, recalling, he joined the first Squid Game for gambling debts, watching 455 players die. He fought Sang-woo in the final round, winning 45.6 billion won, only to find his mother dead and daughter moved to the US with her mom. He returned for a second game to overthrow the organizers, leading a rebellion that failed. Now, his only mission is honoring the pregnant woman's dying wish to protect her baby. Gi-hun returns to the dorm with the dagger, aiming it at player 100's neck as he sleeps. In the control room, In-ho watches intently. He once faced the same choice as a player. Before his final game, the previous frontman gave him a dagger to kill others, and In-ho did it to win. Now, fate circles back to Gi-hun. As he tenses to strike, he hears the late Kang Se-byuk's voice.
아저씨, 그런 사람 아니잖아.
In-ho's expression twists in the control room, unclear if he wants Gi-hun to act. Off the island, Choi Woo-seok suspects the captain works for the Squid Game organization. He sends a friend to keep watch and sneaks into the captain's home to search for clues. Choi Woo-seok jumps in, startled by a huge guard dog. He smashes a window, ransacks the place, finds nothing. Then he spots a photo. The Squid Game recruiter and captain posing together. They've known each other. That means the captain's in on the organization. A noise behind him. The dog's charging. He panics, shoots it dead. As he flees, his peripheral vision catches the doghouse. Underneath, a giant jar full of cash and a bag of masks. Proof. But before he can call Hwang Jun-ho, cops arrive. In custody, Woo-seok rants about the games, shows the photo. The recruiter played Dokji in the subway. He killed my brother with Russian roulette. Cops ask for details, but he knows nothing. Cops brush off the Squid Game story, growing impatient. You don't know the recruiter's identity, but I know exactly who you are. Charges of kidnapping, illegal detention, extortion, burglary. Your rap sheet sends you to prison. That captain? One gambling fine 10 years ago? Not even a parking ticket since? Choi Woo-seok can't argue. No words convince them. Meanwhile, the captain, clueless his cover is blown, plots with Hwang Jun-ho, Hwang In-ho's brother, to find the island. Jun-ho has searched for clues, but nothing turns up. When police call the captain about the break-in, stolen cash, dead dog, criminal accusations, he realizes Woo-seok found him. In jail, Woo-seok demands a phone for his lawyer, then snatches it to warn Jun-ho. The captain is a mask man, uniforms and masks at his place. Be careful. The captain opens fire, gunning down his crew in seconds. Spotting a survivor, he barks, "Where's Hwang Jun-ho?" Then takes a harpoon to the back from Jun-ho. "Why do this?" Jun-ho demands. The captain wheezes, "Orders, keep you alive. Even if you run now, it's too late." As he dies, Jun-ho realizes the order came from his brother In-ho. But he's hell-bent on finding In-ho to ask why he plays with lives. With one crewmate left, Jun-ho keeps searching. Out of nowhere, In-ho calls, threatening, "Keep poking into the games, and you're dead." But Jun-ho's fearless now. "If you wanted to stop me, you should have killed me when you had the chance." In-ho hangs up, his expression a mix of God knows what. This is the final showdown. Air Squid Game. Players battle on 3 towers. Square, triangle, circle, pushing each other off. Here's the deal. Square tower. Push 1+ players off to move to the triangle tower. Triangle tower. Same rule to reach the circle tower. Big catch. If no one gets eliminated by the timer, everyone on the tower is out. As soon as the rules drop, Min-soo starts tripping. He sees Thanos hanging off the tower, begging for help. When he reaches out, Thanos turns into Namgyu, yelling at him to give back the pills. 1 second it's Thanos, the next Namgyu. Min-soo's losing it, stomping at thin air. He's so out of it, he doesn't even notice the other players closing in behind him. Player 100 hits the button. 15-minute countdown starts. His crew decides to vote on who to eliminate first. Someone suggests the baby, but Myung-gi cuts in, "Think long-term. Gi-hun will die protecting her. If we toss the baby, Gi-hun might jump after her, forcing us to eliminate another. 6 of us would have to boot one more." A player jokes, "Is Gi-hun the baby's dad?" Little do they know, Myung-gi is the father. He proposes picking the easiest target, Min-soo, who's going through withdrawal. The group votes unanimously to eliminate him first. They corner Min-soo, telling him to jump. He snaps back, "I just want to survive." What's wrong with that? If you want to win so bad, why don't you jump? No one wants to argue. They try to push him off, but no one wants to risk getting pulled over. Myung-gi has an idea. Myung-gi pulls out a steel pipe to stab Min-soo. Right then, Min-soo hallucinates Semi. He cries and apologizes as she reaches out, inviting him to leave together. But when he takes her hand, she turns into the pipe. He falls off the tower, becoming their ticket to the next round. Now the triangle tower round begins. Gi-hun knows he and the baby are targets. How can one man fight 6? The 6 players all want to eliminate the baby but need to separate Gi-hun from her. They try to convince him, "We're human too. The baby has no mom. Let her go painlessly to join her. It's a mercy." They ready a steel pipe, telling Gi-hun to hang the baby on it, promising she'll go to paradise. Gi-hun stands on the edge, no escape in sight. Player 203 hits the button. 15-minute countdown starts. He's not messing around. "Ditch the baby or we'll toss both of you." As players move in, Gi-hun stares them down. "Come at me, but you might be next. They're already plotting against you." The player turns to see others whispering. Gi-hun's mind game works. Player 203 snaps. "Fine, I'll do it." He grabs for the pipe, sparking a fight. Others intervene. "Focus on separating Gi-hun from the baby. Don't kill each other. We've got time to plan." Player 203 insists Gi-hun is bluffing. If we gang up on him, he'll ditch the baby. But player 352 counters. He kept the baby through that jump rope game. Why would he quit now? Just then, Myung-gi speaks up from the corner. In a Squid Game where lives are on the line, they decide to play rock, paper, scissors to pick who goes first. They tie jackets into a rope, strap it to player 336, who steps up to Gi-hun. We'll draw lots to decide eliminations. You can pick for the baby. Gi-hun scoffs. You're all in this together. You'll separate us when I draw. He demands the lots be handed over. When player 336 tries to grab him, Gi-hun whips out a dagger, slashing the jacket rope. Player 39 almost falls. Player 336 suddenly feels nothing behind him. The tables turn. Gi-hun pulls out his dagger. Teetering on the edge, player 336 begs, "They threatened me. I had to do this or they'd kill me." As the two face off, Myung-gi creeps up from behind with a steel pipe. He charges, but Gi-hun dodges. Player 336 takes the fall instead. Everyone's shocked by Myung-gi's last-second betrayal, even the VIPs. The remaining 4 players plead, "One elimination this round? Let's just survive. Next round, we'll draw lots fairly." Myung-gi snaps back, "We don't care about your rules. I'm protecting this baby. She's my child." The VIPs burst out laughing. A dad, a mom, and a baby in the game? Is this a playground? Gi-hun remembers seeing Myung-gi talk to Jun-hee during the jump rope game. So that's the connection. Myung-gi stays confident. "We have weapons. If we team up, they can't stop us." But as Gi-hun hesitates, the 4 opponents start fighting among themselves. Suddenly the 4 players charge at player 39, beating him to a pulp. Their plan: package him like a bento, drag him to the circle tower, hit the button, and drop him. Then the 6 can split the 7.6 billion won and walk away. Smart, right? To make sure he can't fight back, player 203 stomps on his leg, breaking it. Mission accomplished, or so they think. Gi-hun steps in, dagger in hand, demanding a fair draw. Player 203 snaps, "This is bullshit. We can end the game now. You climbed here on dead bodies too. Stop acting like a saint." He lunges for the dagger, and they wrestle on the ground. Myung-gi stabs player 353, grabbing a steel pipe. Now it's 2 one-on-one fights, and player 100 can't decide who to help. Then the tide turns. Player 203 snatches the dagger and swipes at Gi-hun, aiming to take him out. Gi-hun grabs his hair, trying to throw him off balance. Player 203 lunges forward, but Gi-hun stabs him in the side. Meanwhile, Myung-gi corners. Player 353 at the edge of the triangle tower. Player 353 clings to a steel pipe like it's his last hope, begging for mercy, but Myung-gi sends him plummeting off the tower. With both fights over, Myung-gi turns to player 100, who pleads, "Next round we'll dump player 39. The 4 of us can split 11.4 billion won each. Take my share too. Just let me live." Myung-gi's reply seals his fate. "We can get 15.2 billion each if we eliminate you." Player 100 meets the same end, and the second round wraps up. In the final Squid Game round, one more elimination ends it all. Player 39 crawls to the edge. "I'm not your bento. Figure it out without me." He takes his own life, forcing a showdown. Myung-gi versus Gi-hun. Next round, one of them dies. Myung-gi walks to the final platform. As Gi-hun approaches, he grabs a steel pipe, ordering Gi-hun to send the baby over alone. Is he planning to eliminate his own child to take the prize? A system alert. The bridge retracts in 5 minutes. Gi-hun steps onto the bridge, determined. Myung-gi threatens, "Come closer and I'll toss the baby. You already won once. Why come back?" "Know how I ended up here?" Gi-hun replies. He promised Jun-hee he'd protect the baby. With 4 minutes left before the bridge retracts, Myung-gi explodes. "So you knew Jun-hee all along. That's why she stuck to you. I knew something was off. You two had a thing." Gi-hun is stunned by the accusation. Now he realizes why Jun-hee avoided him. It wasn't easy for Jun-hee to raise a child alone. Yet Myung-gi suspected Gi-hun just because he'd shown kindness. Myung-gi won't listen, convinced he was cheated. "Drop the baby now," he yells. Gi-hun has no choice but to back off the bridge. With 30 seconds to go, Gi-hun swipes a dagger when Myung-gi isn't looking and leaps to the circle tower. As soon as he lands, the two clash. Gi-hun's dagger is deadly, but Myung-gi's steel pipe keeps him at a distance, too long for Gi-hun to close in. Myung-gi swings the pipe, knocking Gi-hun's dagger away and pinning him to the edge. Gi-hun yanks Myung-gi toward him, sending the pipe plummeting. Myung-gi scrambles for the dagger, but Gi-hun grabs him, landing a punch. For Jun-hee's sake, not his own. Then Myung-gi snatches the baby, yelling, "One step closer, and I drop her." Gi-hun knows he's ruthless, but using his own child as bait? Is this even human? Gi-hun tosses the dagger away and wraps his shirt around his hand, but Myung-gi grabs the dagger and charges, slashing Gi-hun's stomach first, then stabbing his wrist. Gi-hun's face turns red from the pain, yanking the dagger out with all his might. Neither backs down, and they end up grappling over the edge. In the nick of time, Gi-hun grabs the circular tower's rebar, with Myung-gi clinging to him. The harder Myung-gi pulls, the closer he slips. Gi-hun's shirt is his only lifeline, but it rips under the weight. Myung-gi's eyes well with tears. Regret or fear, who knows? Gi-hun fights to hold on, but Myung-gi plummets, ending his criminal life. Meanwhile, near the island, Kang No-yul speeds off in a yacht with player 246. A commander warns, "Hand him over, and you walk free." "I know where you're headed. Jixian University Hospital, Pediatric Oncology Ward 4104, right?" Realizing the commander has his daughter's info, Kang No-yul turns the boat around. Docking, she yells, "Run north! Call the police! Your daughter's in danger." Player 246 bolts. When the commander hears the boats returning, he orders both eliminated. Kang No-yul scales the cliff bare-handed, shoots out a ventilation fan, and crawls through the ducts into the commander's room. The moment he opens the door, she aims a gun at him, forcing him to delete all records of player 246. He wipes the digital files, but paper documents remain in Hwang In-ho's office, accessible only to In-ho and him. As Kang No-yul marches him to the rooftop, the commander strikes back. They brawl in the elevator. He throws her down, but she refuses to quit, grappling him close. The commander chokes her, kicking her across the room. "You're risking your life for someone else's kid? Trying to ease the guilt of abandoning your own?" He knows her secret. When she smuggled into South Korea, she left her child behind. He stabs her in the waist, but Kang No-yul lives for one thing, finding her child. Kang No-yul crawls toward the elevator when the commander isn't looking. He toys with her like a cat and mouse, mocking her struggle, until he forgets there's a gun in the elevator. That's how he ends up shot dead by Kang No-yul. Wounded, she stumbles through a door to find a sculpture of the previous frontman. In a basement, she breaks the lock, grabs the player files, and sets them ablaze. Before leaving, she finds her own record. Her husband was executed, her daughter died. Hope vanishes. Downstairs, Gi-hun climbs back from the tower's edge, shocking the VIPs. He's the first to win Squid Game twice, netting 91.2 billion won. But then, something no one sees coming. Gi-hun hits the button, starting the 15-minute countdown. He slowly picks up the baby, staring toward the control room. He hates the people who created this game, hates that they target kids, and hates that his rebellion indirectly caused so many deaths. He feels like a failed father and son, now desperate to atone for his sins. He kisses the baby's head. In the control room, Kang No-yul, about to take her own life, freezes when she sees this on the monitor. She pauses to watch Gi-hun's choice. He places the baby down, knowing VIPs are waiting. Then he yells toward the control room, his final words.
우린 말이 아니야, 사람이야.
With that, Gi-hun steps off the tower. The Squid Game's final victor is a newborn baby. At the sight, the VIP's smug grins fade to grave expressions. Kang No-yul, her resolve rekindled, dons a mask and vanishes into the shadows. At sea, player 246 evades pursuit until Red Guards open fire. They miss him but cripple the engine. Cornered, he fights desperately. Bullets fly, grenades explode, until his clip runs dry. As a Red Guard aims the killing shot, a bullet pierces from behind. It's Hwang Jun-ho. He briefs Hwang Jun-ho and points to the island's location. After overcoming countless obstacles, Jun-ho reaches the island, contacts the Coast Guard, and orders the team member to stay and protect player 246. Then he dives underwater and infiltrates the game venue. When police raid the Squid Game island, Hwang In-ho orders a retreat and triggers the bombs. He approaches Gi-hun, removes his mask, and studies the man who was once his rival, or perhaps another version of himself. Then he takes the baby via elevator. Hwang Jun-ho, who searched for his brother for years, smashes through glass and yells, "Why did you do this?" In-ho stays silent and walks away. 30 minutes later, bombs obliterate the island, ending its reign of death. 6 months later, Kang No-yul visits player 246 for a portrait. Though he's never seen her face, she seems familiar. She stares at his daughter, whose condition is stable thanks to friends. No-yul hands the girl a lollipop and leaves, only to get a call. Someone spotted her daughter abroad. She buys a ticket, resuming her search. Meanwhile, Choi Woo-seok is released from prison. Hwang Jun-ho and his friend go to pick him up. The half-room of prize money Gi-hun left is gone. No one knows who took it. That night, Hwang Jun-ho returns home to find player 222's child with a card and a bank book. At the ATM, he enters 0222 and finds 45.6 billion won inside. Across the ocean, Gi-hun's daughter opens the door to Hwang In-ho. Still angry, she snaps, "I pretend he doesn't exist. Tell him to leave me alone." In-ho replies, "These are Mr. Seong Gi-hun's effects. He's passed away." She trembles as she takes the box. Gi-hun's player 456 jumpsuit, a card, and a bank book. In-ho stole the money and gave it all to her. By the time she runs outside, he's gone. On a US street, a new recruiter slaps opponents during a Dakji game. Maybe soon you'll meet her on the sidewalk and get a Squid Game invitation. This wraps up Squid Game Season 3, Episodes 4 to 6. Compared to Season 2, it delves deeper into characters' inner conflicts, exploring complex human nature and life's inevitable tragedies. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and see you next time.